Have you ever felt completely drained by constantly trying to rescue people who just won't change? We've all been taught that real love means helping everyone no matter what. But what if I told you that's not the full story? Today we're diving into a challenging truth. Jesus, the ultimate example of love, actually chose not to help certain people. It sounds shocking, right? But the Bible gives us clear warnings about specific types of individuals we shouldn't enable. I'm going to share the 5 types of people God warns us to be cautious with. This isn't about being unloving. It's about learning to love wisely, without fueling their destructive choices. Understanding this literally transformed my relationships and my peace of mind. Make sure you stick around, because the last person on this list is the one who will drain your energy the fastest. And you probably encounter them every single day. Welcome to God is my refuge. We chose this name because true peace, the kind that makes you a safe harbor for others, comes from the Lord first. You simply can't pour from an empty cup. Sometimes, people mistake biblical boundaries for being cruel, but they're not, they are wisdom. Proverbs 4-7 says it best. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. We are also called in Matthew to be wise as serpents and as innocent as doves. This isn't about building walls to push people away. It's about building a strong foundation in Christ so you can love others from a place of strength, not desperation. So let's dive into how we can build these healthy, God-honoring boundaries in our lives. We'll start with the first type. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I pray this blesses you. Don't forget to follow for more. The town of Heavenwood is known for its perpetual autumn. The leaves are always a crisp, fiery red, and the air forever smells of wood smoke and damp earth. It's a peaceful place, or so it seems. But Heavenwood has one unspoken rule: never ever help someone who has fallen. If you see a child trip on the cobblestones, you turn away. If an old man stumbles on his porch steps, you close your curtains. The first time I saw it happen, I rushed to help a woman who had dropped her groceries. The entire street froze. Every single person turned to stare at me, their faces not with anger, but with a chilling, hollow pity. As I helped her up, I noticed something strange about her shadow. It wasn't one shadow, but 2, and the second one was slowly starting to crawl up my leg. What have I done? Every town has its whispers, but in Oak Haven the whispers have weight. They cling to the morning fog that settles in the valley and stain the church windows like breath on cold glass. When I first arrived, I thought it was charming, this place where secrets seemed to be the local currency. But then I learned a rule. You never ever share a secret with a stranger. It's not about trust or privacy. It's about what happens when you do. They say the words you speak take root, that the person you tell becomes a vessel for your confession, their lives slowly twisting to reflect the darkness you gave them. I thought it was just an old folktale, a way to keep people honest. But yesterday, I saw a new face in town, a tourist, laughing as he told the baker his little white lie. This morning, the baker is gone, and the tourist, he has the baker's eyes. There's a town in the middle of nowhere, just a single street lamp flickering over a dusty crossroads. Every night, without fail, a meal appears beneath it, a hot plate of food, steam curling into the darkness. No one knows who leaves it, or why. But there's a rule etched into the base of the lamp. If anyone is not willing to work, let him not eat. They say it's a blessing for the weary traveler, a miracle for the hungry. But last night, the plate was gone, and in its place, a single, polished silver fork lay on the ground. The strange thing is, no one in this town has gone missing. Everyone is accounted for, everyone is fed. So who was that meal for? And more importantly, who decided they were no longer worthy of it? Have you ever met the scoffing critic? This is the 4th type of person you might need to stop helping. They come to you, asking for your Christian advice, but then they argue with every single word you say. It's like they want your help, but they absolutely reject your God. This can be so frustrating and confusing, but the Bible gives us clear guidance on this. Proverbs 9-8 says, "Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you." Think about it. Even Jesus himself withheld help from certain towns because of their unbelief. If the Son of God recognized when to step back, why do we feel obligated to keep pouring into someone who constantly pushes back? The Bible calls this casting your pearls before swine. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is to stop, pray for them, and trust God to work in their hearts. Thanks for watching. Follow for more insights. The final type of person you need to cut off is the constant complainer. You know who I'm talking about. The Bible is super clear on this in Philippians 2:14. Do everything without grumbling or complaining. For these people, nothing is ever right. You help them find a job, and suddenly they're complaining about the hours. You pray with them, and they complain that God isn't answering fast enough. Here's the truth. Complainers aren't looking for solutions, they're just looking for an audience. Even God himself got tired of the complainers in the wilderness. It's time to stop watering dead seeds and let them go. If this message resonated with you, give it a like and follow for more. The village of Oakhaven seems normal from the outside. Crisp autumn air, cobblestone streets, and the smell of pine always lingering. But there's a rule here, an unspoken law that everyone follows without question. You are only allowed to remember 7 days worth of your life. Anything older than that vanishes from your memory when you wake up each morning. I arrived a week ago, a stranger with a past I was desperate to forget. It seemed like the perfect place. But this morning I woke up with 8 days of memories. I remember the day I arrived. I remember the friendly smiles that now seem like masks. And I remember the look of sheer terror on the innkeeper's face when I mentioned yesterday's weather. They know I remember, and now I have to figure out what they do with people who don't forget.